Is going on, people? It is me, JC. Welcome back to TBATE Differences. This one's going to be a good one. I'm going to go ahead and say this right now because none of this is in the novel. This is webtoon only information. At the very end of this video, I have a question I want to ask you guys because it's going to change the entirety of the story. Let's go ahead and get into it. Subscribe to your boy. Join the Carson crew for more TBATE and everything else to do on the channel. Let's get into it. Agrona's strengthening serum. Now, what do we know about this serum that is webtoon only that Turtle Meat seems to have changed everything for? Marquise versus Arthur. First of all, Marquise somehow is out of his mind. He seems to be stronger, seems to be faster, puts Arthur on the back foot. Let's go ahead and get into it real quick. So this is Marquise. He seems to be more transforming. I haven't seen anybody use their magic like this except for him right now. He's actually had stone around his arms, around his eyes. Arthur's had to be on the defense. How's an orange core this strong? Arthur's yellow core, I think around this point, he's an orange core. You're really strong putting me on defense like this. Normally, this Marquise would be nothing to Arthur. He even has more mana than Lucas. And he's using it purely offensively. So, number one, he went crazy. Number two, he's stronger and faster. Number three, his mana pool seems to have grown more than Lucas. Lucas is a prodigy in itself. He's been given elixirs ever since he was awakened, and his mana pool is huge. So whatever happened to him gives him these abilities, these things that are stronger than normal, stronger than he even should be to begin with. So you get down here, Arthur's on the back foot. He's even thinking about unleashing the seal that he has so he can take him out alive. But still, he's pushing Arthur to this point. Now, we all know what happens after this. He didn't stand a chance. Stomped on him. Done. Now, let's get to the end because this is the important part. We see these symbols, these letters going down his back. They look like blood. I wasn't calling it like a blood curse, but it is a strengthening serum. But the markings are what we look at and say, okay, something has happened. It's happening all over the school, we learned. And it gives you these effects. Now, let's go to Lucas Weiss. Lucas Weiss did the same thing. Now, it's really weird because after Lucas sees that Marquise died, that he went out of control, went crazy, he still decided to take the serum anyways, right? He said because his core is stronger, of course he'll be able to control it. You know, Marquise was just a low-level person. But in the novel, Lucas didn't have anything to reference it to. So therefore, he probably didn't know it was dangerous. So it makes more sense in the novel to say Lucas took the serum than to say that he saw what happened to Marquise and he was just being arrogant. That's neither here nor there. But once again, Lucas, the veins, stronger, faster, the aggression. I mean, literally, my boy is just killing everybody, multiple spells at a time. And the Lucas is already mean, probably wouldn't hesitate to kill people, but this was on another level. I mean, squeezing the life out of this girl right here, catches her. Hold on. See the eyes bulging, bleeding from her nose and eyes? TBATE with the violence right here. We're seeing the same thing with Lucas. But the question is, will Lucas be able to survive long enough that this thing that happened to Marquise, him dying, will Lucas die at the same rate? The answer is no to that. But at the same time, when Arthur and Lucas fought, he did notice that Lucas' core did not get stronger, but he was firing multiple spells at once, and it seemed like he had endless mana. So, what is happening with Lucas? Stronger, faster, aggression. But if you didn't know, for everybody can throw one spell out there, there are fewer people that can throw two spells out there at a time because you're basically splitting your conscience in half when you're doing that. And even less people, unless you're like a higher level mage, can do three at one time. But most of them can't do that while they're in battle, while they're fighting. Maybe one person you can see that could do that is Professor Glory. But Lucas was doing 3 and 4 spells at a time during the fall of Xyrus, fighting all the teachers. It seemed like he had endless mana, but what Arthur noticed is that his core wasn't stronger, and he was actually using his life force to make him stronger. So if you're using your life force, we know from any series that you can read or that you watch that if you use your life force, at the end of it, you're going to die. So eventually Lucas was going to die. The more he kept using this power, his life force to throw all these spells out there. And Arthur said, if I just leave him alone, he's going to die by himself. But Arthur wanted to kill him, so you know what happened to Lucas. So Marquise, Lucas, using their life force to become stronger. And we're seeing this not great means for power, right? So, Turtle Me. First question is this right here. Professor Goodsky, Director Goodsky. You have these same markings down your back. They seem to be more refined, I will add, but for some reason, it seems like Turtle Me is using this marking that makes people stronger. It doesn't make their core stronger. She's still a high silver mage because it doesn't make your core stronger, but she is seriously strong because of this serum that she took. Now, what makes her different? I'm going to say what makes the aggression, the veins, the using your life force, what makes that different for Professor Goodsky or Director Goodsky? Or what makes it different for Genevieve? Genevieve has these same markings down his back. Yes, he is ultraviolet because he thinks people are as lower. He thinks them ants, so he wants to kill them anyways. He thinks that's fun. He's insane. But the veins, the hyperaggression, I'm pretty sure his core level is already somewhere in the white stage anyways. But he's not having the same, symptoms that Marquise and Lucas is having right now. So I want to know what makes it different. Will Turtle Me actually give us that? Matter of fact, next. This is after Arthur fought the Titan Bear and there was a demon leech in him. So we're going to read this. Its ability to possess the host's body and strengthen the host's core to an amazing degree will be deadly to even an Asura. Agrona himself experimented on them to create the strengthening serum that was given to the Cathans during the Xyrus attack. So we know where this comes from now, but it seems like he didn't just use it on the kids at Xyrus, but he used it on the people of Alacria too, but they had different effects. Now, it's just like a cultural thing where people from Dicathan and Alacria, because of they come from different places, their DNA is different, that it affects them differently. That could be true. But the second question and the real question I want to ask is that if you're going at this pace where you're using this serum to make your soldiers stronger, and it is not in the novel, how much of the novel are you going to change? How are you going to change their powers? Because it's not there. I'm not sure what kind of magic they have over there in Lacria, but I can tell you right now that this spine, blood, serum, seal, whatever I want to call it, is not in the story currently. So I want to know what you guys think that Turtle Me is going to change. How's he going to change their powers, their magic? Because if he's going to keep it consistent in the webtoon and add this serum to it, then I would have to assume he's going to have to start adding it further down the line, and we're going to start seeing this stronger power because of the experiments that he did. Anyways, that is it for me. My mind is spinning right now, trying to come up with different ways, but I don't know what the magic is yet anyways, but I'm sure some of you do, so don't spoil it. But trying to give me some hints in the comments down below what you think he's going to do in the webtoon. All right, that is it for me. Don't forget to subscribe to your boy, join the Carson crew. Until next time, peace.